Hey everybody. I was just out today, and I thought I would just show a lot of people. Get my mic over here. Yeah. I thought I would just show a lot of people what I got out on the sales today. Um, so, first of all, I picked up a 1940 um, ukulele for $10. Let's see if we can get the. It is a Jenny Frank 1940, and it does need a little help. It does need a little help. Um, and hey, Dom, I'm just showing everybody what I picked up at the sales today at the state sales. I got this thing right here, this little ukulele, $10, 1940, and like I said, it is a Jenny Frank, and I thought that was pretty cool for $10. And I was just like, what was the chances I was going to come across a ukulele? And we're always getting new instruments in here and stuff. And the very next sale I go to, and they have this little ukulele here that was like in pretty much new shape. I don't even know what it's worth, man. I don't know. Hey, George Jorge, I don't even know what this ukulele runs, but I was like, cool. Now I can take the like this little 1940s ukulele and hang it up on the wall or something, because I mean it's like really cool, and I hate to like totally pole vault that thing, man. And so I ended up getting about like, I think I got like $30 into the two ukuleles or something, and it was a good day at the sales. I wouldn't say it was just a great day, but like I said, I just thought I'd put out a little live stream to show what I got. And I know Blue always likes these, and sometimes I just go and pick up stuff that I don't even know what it is, but I figure it was worth a lot of money. I don't. Looks like a German book or something here, and I don't pay over $1 for any of these books. I don't know what. Let's see. I don't even know what that says. And let's see. I'm gonna take a look. I think this book was from like 1935, and I paid. I think I paid $1 for it. I keep on picking up these crazy books I put in my library. I don't even know what most of them are, and people probably be laughing at me like, "Oh man, that's not even like what you think it is." But there you go. And then see this book right here. Has Paris in it, but it looks like it's wrote in Soviet or German also. I don't know what it is. Once again, I paid $1 for it. I think this one is trying to look for a date in it, but shit. I thought it was weird because it had like weird cartoons and stuff in it. You can see. I don't know what the hell that is, but once again, I paid $1 for that, and bought this book. I don't know what it is. Once again, I think I did find a date in it. I did buy a few books today, but these are probably the older of the books, and it has this in it, whatever the hell that is. But I kind of collect old books, and for all you Christmas people out there, that's right. I bought a leg lamp. I bought the leg lamp from, I think, a Christmas Story. And the leg lamp went for, let's see, I think I paid $3 for this. And, I mean, you know, who does not need a leg lamp? I mean, is that hot or what? You know, and I don't know why, but if it's, hey, conspiracy, what's up, man? And speaking of conspiracy, I just thought I'd let you know I've been talking to a fairy today, so we're gonna see how that works out. She's not, like Chad said, it's hard to get them to be cooperative, but this person, this fairy says she actually has a shop where she sells fairy accessories and stuff, but that's a whole nother story. But yeah, man, I'm always picking up weird stuff, and every time after I get through, I come in from like all the state sales, they're like, dude, what did you get today? But I was really stoked about this this little 1940 Jenny Frank for $10. I mean, 1940, and yeah, I think it might need a little work right through here, but I do a lot of guitar repair work and stuff on my stuff all the time. And this is how I get like kind of expensive guitars for really cheap, because I will find something like this, like I said, $10. I'll put some new strings on it. I will probably run something like maybe not the size of a toothpick down that edge, and try my best to maybe walnut grain it into the neck. Now, if I was going to try to sell it or something like that, which I don't do, or trade it, I would say, well, I don't want to damage its value. But no, this one will be coming to a pole vault song near you. I think what else I pick up today? But I did. Oh my God! I got a copy that what is it? Dante's Inferno. Dante's Inferno. All right. Yeah, man. Yes, Steve. The leg lamp. So I got I got a little not light version of that also over here, man. You gotta get it down with the leg lamp. I mean, you know, who doesn't need a leg lamp? I think the tassels are what sells it, man. And I didn't want another leg lamp. I was like, you know, already got a little leg lamp. It's kind of representative, but you know, you got to go with, when you got a leg lamp for $3, dude, you just got to do it. And then everybody looks at you all crazy. And I mean, you know, it's not like when you go out in public to like estate sales and stuff, and you're like, la la la, and they're like, hey, you got something blue in your hair. You know, so but you got to check this out. 1 second, I'll be right back. You got to see this Dante's Inferno. I should have brought that in here. But hey, do you know where that Dante's Inferno is? Hello? Okay. Well, so much for that, man. But you know, I always get crazy stuff from these estate sales, and one of the cool things about me getting like these cheap ass guitars from estate sales and stuff, I do like crazy things to them, and like this is one I got at at one of the sales. I think I got this last year, and nobody in their right mind would ever do this, but I took pantyhose and put over it and put a spray paint job, put little skulls on it, and made it kind of like a snake skin for, and then reversed the keys on the acoustic. Because, I mean, come on, man. You know, you got reverse headstocks on guitars. Well, I got the reverse keys going on. And, yeah, so it's kind of like I said, everybody always asks me, what did you get while you were out today? And I think that's about that. And I found out last week, Chad was saying, I told him that I've gotten a Abraham Lincoln letter out of something I found, and a bookshelf blew to pieces, and it had this letter that appeared to be from Abraham Lincoln in it. But sadly, it is a fake, which was kind of crazy because I was like, oh my God, a letter from Abraham Lincoln, I'm freaking rich or something. But turns out it is super fake. So no getting rich for me on that today. But like I said, I think Sunshine has the Dante's Inferno, and I was really happy to get that book. Other book, I got, let's see, I think I got this 2 weeks ago. What is it? Yeah, here it is. So I paid a dollar for this book. Turns out that it is worth $700 to $800. I don't know if you can see that. It is a what is it? It is the Consberry Funeral Manual, and this is from like late 1700s, and it has, like, if you can see, has where the preachers would actually bury people, and they had different places bookmarked where they would go through and read. And then in the back of it, it actually has where they've taken like pieces out of Bibles, or like they've actually wrote it in themselves in handwriting. And this is when you see a preacher come up to a gravesite and they're reading out of a little book. Well, this is the first edition of those little books, and I got it for $1. And I like to collect weird stuff, but you know, I have a champagne appetite on a beer budget. Is this coming across good? Is the sound good and the video good? This is like the first time I'm running through this software. Yes, no. Well, like I said, I thought I would just hop on here real quick and show everybody what I picked up on at the state sales. Oh yeah, I would like to tell people also, they're always like, how do you find these deals? There is a site called estatesales.net, and the estate sales are listed for your area, and you can look on a map and it will show you the times and days that the estate sales are running and show you what they're selling. And as you can tell, I've got a guitar addiction, and so for me to, everyone's like, wow, you know, he has like 21 guitars, 22, 23, 24, 25, who's counting? But you know, to be able to get those kind of guitars and stuff, I've been going through sales. I let a guitar go this weekend for $15. Guy went $16. He $1 me, and we didn't do that. But a lot of times also, if you're looking for like these old guitars, you can get them in auctions where they're doing an antique auction, and all these people are there to buy like antique furniture. They're there to buy like, all kinds of stuff, antique books, and like a guitar comes through there, and you'd think they'd jump all over it. Well, if that thing doesn't have Gibson or Fender stamped on it, they don't want it. And that's where I think I picked up this little jewel, and they started the bidding at $50. One guy bid against me once, and it went up to 70. But I picked up this Kramer in its gig case. I think it's a 82 model, and I hardly ever pull it out, but that's where I picked that up. Also, Facebook Marketplace is a pretty good place to pick up guitars. But you got to be hunting them all the time. Craigslist, there's OfferUp. I think, like I said, I got that one for 70. I was really kind of stoked. Most of the time, I do not pay over $100. I got this one. I think about 3 weeks ago. And I think I got 75 into this one. And I will probably start throwing up a couple of lives here and there, going over some of these guitars that I've bought and stuff and what I've done to them. But my buddy, when he first seen it, he was like, yeah, it's not so, it's not so like bad to buy like a Fender knockoff. You can put in some good pickups and stuff and make it kind of just like a real Fender. And I think he was trying to be nice. And then he seen the headstock, and it said Jackson Performer on it. And he was like, oh my God, dude, you didn't just pay like, $75 on a Jackson Performer. Which I think, what is that, the Iron Maiden dude jams on this version. And, but anyways, I don't want to step on any shows or anything. It's just, a lot of people are always asking me, hey, Paul, what did you get at the estate sales today? And I thought it would be kind of cool to come on and test my software. I'm coming through OBS. I want to get the overlay to the OBS up and stuff, and I'm kind of hoping to maybe do some lives and talk about my guitars, the gear, and how I think I'm talking to another guy, and I try to get people into music and get them on doing what we're doing. And, for anybody that wants to do music, do music. And I'm telling you right now, I'm running on some free software. I use Audacity, free. I'm using OBS, free. I think you could probably run it on a pretty low-end PC. I'm pretty sure of that. So if you got a PC and you're watching this, more than likely, you could record and stream. And people are like, well, I don't have the money to get into that kind of thing. Well, like I said, I just skipped over a guitar today, and granted, it was a junker. But if you plug it into like some little amp that you could pick up at the same place for, like $10-15, I would say you could totally get into the recording scene. Now, I'm not saying you're going to be like Mr. Smith or Dom or somebody, but you can get into recording your own music and get out there and put out what you want to put out for under $100. I know it sounds crazy, but and I know everybody wants to you know, everybody wants to play on a Gibson Les Paul, and everybody wants to play on a, 1970 Fender Strat. But the reality of the thing is you can get out there and, God, I hate to say this, but you can get a First Act or something like that, or if you want to go up the ladder a little bit, get a Squire. But I've seen some pretty playable guitars out there for, if you go on one of these Craigslist, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, you could possibly get a pretty playable guitar for $50. You get that. I've seen them cheaper, but I'm always trying to get the cheap deal. But I think you can. Yeah. The hell of that, Clowny. I wished I had. Those old Japanese guitars back in the 80s and stuff that your parents would buy you, and you're like, oh my God, what a nerdy guitar. I want a Flying V, or I want this Fender. I want to look like K.K. Downing, Glenn Tipton. And that looks like, Buddy Holly or something. And I would get rid of those guitars. I got rid of those old guitars. Now, I so wished I had those. Those guitars are going up, up, up in price. And now, you can't hardly get one. They're kind of collector's items. Those old guitars that you didn't like in the 80s, now in the 2020s, everybody wants them. Yeah, and that's the thing. If you can get a guitar and an amp, plug it in, but one thing I can tell you that I have a USB mic sitting over here next to me that is I'd say it's about $200 range. The one that I'm on right now, I think I got at a place called Micro Center. The host stand got good sound. I record most of my music on it because its versatility. I think it cost me $40 at Micro Center. And I can't tell the freaking difference. Now, I will say I do have some Shure boom mics in. Now if I'm live and I'm on the stage, just over my years, yeah, these old Shure 57s, 58s, you can't beat them. Well, you can beat them, and that's why I would stand behind a Shure microphone. You can see where I've beat it. Just beat it. But I'll probably get struck for that. But if you're going with the XLR and you're going with, which is the regular guitar plug, Sure, go ahead and get a Shure microphone. I had another microphone around here that was pretty cheap at Guitar Center. Like, I can't believe I said Guitar Center and cheap in the same sentence. But I will tell you this. You don't have to go to a music store. I believe in supporting your local music store. Hey, I got to buy strings sometime. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of people who buy nice guitars, take 2 lessons, and leave them sitting in their house for a year, and then they just go dump them out on Craigslist, OfferUp, or Marketplace for near nothing. And I'm suggesting that you need a guitar. You don't really have to have a wow, Ninja Turtle PV guitar. I I I love PV guitars. What was it? Yeah. So the PVs, especially the old American PVs, are I can't find one, and people say, well, I can find you 10. Well, I can't find one at pole vault price. So one guy drilled a hole through the neck of his PV, I think it's Patriot or something, is American, and he told me he was going to sell it to me for I think $80, but he's getting so wishy-washy on it. I got another Kramer I'm supposed to be picking up, but I really don't need any more. Back to back to me just telling people, hey man, I'm gonna tell you, you can get into the music scene, and like Jade Starr has How to App. If you have a tablet, you do not even need a guitar. You do not even need an instrument. You got a tablet. I think one of the things I would suggest though, and you can get them pretty cheap, is get a USB microphone. Get just a USB microphone. But then I've seen people do crazy stuff on cell phones. One of my early recordings with it was a collab with a gentleman named AP. We just call AP. He did a blues lick over one of my streams, and it was done on a cell phone, and people thought it was like, man, that's the clearest thing. I mean, you do you, but if there's anything I can say to help anybody out, to get out there and make some music, y'all just let us know. And it doesn't have to be me, because some people be like, oh no, it's that weird asshole. Our music community, if you go check out G-May, Clay, or anybody, which is Conspiracy Music, you go over there, and I'm going to tell you, we're in the best music community. You just ask a question, and I would say 90% of the time, the whole community is willing to help you. Yeah. I've seen that. I've seen that. Clowney's talking about they bought the guitar for wall decoration, and right now I'm talking to a guy about buying a BC Rich Eagle, and the company bought a BC Rich guitar, nice one, I don't know why, to paint the beer logo on. And then they did the promo, and they're like, hey man, we're done with this guitar. Does anybody want to buy this guitar with a beer logo on it? And I'm like, me. Of course, at that point, they're like, we're going to have to check with our supervisor. Hey, Roque, I'm on here just bullshit, and I was telling everybody about and Roque, he's really cool on like he'd probably help on the digital stuff a lot better than I could. But I was showing everybody I got I think I got 25 into this, right around there, at a state sale today, and so I wouldn't be surprised to hear some of that in the next pole vault. And I got the get it up there again, 1940s Jenny Frank ukulele. I got it for $10. I got it for $10, man. I mean, dude, I was telling Sunshine, she was like, yeah, I need any more guitars and stuff, and as soon as I got that ukulele, sparkles went off in her eyes, and she was sitting over in the passenger seat of my truck already playing it, and she's like, you've lost this. I'm like, oh, what the hell? I also, let's see, what was, ain't no, oh yeah, there it is. I got, and I mean, I know this is hard to believe, but I got the receipts for most of this stuff. I got this. I was showing Blue the other day. I got this for $10 last week. You're not. And this is what I'm talking about. About there's so many deals out there to be had. So, and I know this is going to be hard to believe, but I got that for $10 last week. That is pretty cool. And I don't know. I know I would. It's always hard to believe, but I even sent Blue and them the thing where it showed. The lady said she was dying, which I didn't know at the time. Yeah, it's a violin. So you can be expecting to hear violin in some pole vault pretty soon. A lot. I wished I was cool enough with software to do some of the things that Jade Star does, because it would save me a hell of a lot of time. But a lot of things you hear on pole vaults music is not a lot. I mean, 99% of it is all me doing crazy stuff. Here's something. I mean, I got crap sitting all around my studio. So this is, I think they said this was from 1700. It's a piccolo. It's kind of, and I know a certain lady that plays flutes and piccolos, and this one is from, like I said, it's from 1700. And she was like, I'm doubting that will play, and I'm not like the Pied Piper or anything, but let's see if I can rip it out here. Yeah. Yep, that's about as good as I get. Leave the flute playing up to Sunshine. Yeah, I see Sunshine. She wants a cello. Believe it or not, we know where a cello is for $50 right now. Apparently that's a good price, but it has no strings and no bow. Falco, I didn't know I was going to go live. I'm sitting here messing with OBS, and it was like, start streaming. I'm like, oh shit, I was going to kind of set up some stuff, you know. I'm on here just about pulling a Falco right now. It's just goofing off and chatting, but I was showing everybody the stuff I got, and I showed them, like I got 2 ukuleles today out at the estate sales, and like I said, I was super stoked over this one. This one cost me $10. Once again, everybody's like, I'm tired of seeing that, but it's a Jenny Frank, and it's from 1940. Like I said, I keep getting crazy stuff. What did we get? I got stuff I hadn't even like started to play yet. What is it? No. Don't want to. You want to see someone get angry? I come in here. There's a couple of things we try not to touch, even though Sunshine does it sometimes. The guitar behind me that you just seen, I try to get people not to touch it, Sunshine. But she has her flutes, and that's pretty much a no-no, is to touch Sunshine's flutes. So I guess I won't show y'all her flutes, but but I got Sunshine. Do you remember how much I paid for that flute? I mean, it was crazy. And I got this for $20. I think that was about 2 months ago, which is a clarinet. And the thing is we don't know how to play these instruments. And remember, I really don't know how to play any instruments, but we get them. Yeah, it might have been 50 I paid on that flute. But here's the cool thing, because I'm always thinking different ways. Some flutes are made out of solid silver. You buy a flute that's made out of solid silver for $50, you're going to be okay. I mean, I would hate to think you went and melted down a flute, but yeah, a bassoon. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, me and Sunshine, we've been talking about. See, I almost got a saxophone today, but I think me and Sunshine are of the thinking that we're not very good at the woodwind instruments that have a reed. I'm no good at any wind instruments. I just got a lot of hot air. If they ran on hot air and bullshit, I'd be freaking Randy Rhoads, man. But other than that, but if it has strings on it, that's my end of the spectrum. If it has strings on it, I'm going to make some kind of sound. Let's see what. I got a Gibson Les Paul not too long ago, and that Gibson acoustic is buried deep. I got a Gibson acoustic for, I think it was $40, and we were at a estate sale, and this lady runs in. She's like, "Okay," and I was like, "Man, I'd like to buy that." She was like, 75% off of everything, which made the what was it? Made it come down to like, which she didn't have a bad price on it at first, but it made the guitar come down to $50. And me being the ultimate cheap ass I am, I'm like, I picked it up because I knew I was going to pay the $50 for it right then. I looked her straight in the eye. I was like, "I'll give you 40 for this," and she's like, "Okay." I walked out of the house with a Gibson acoustic for $40. And I do a lot of horse trading. This one will kind of freak you out. I got pictures of. So I got this little jewel. Let's see. Yeah. I got this little jewel. I think it ended up costing me $200. Which, hey, Christina, hello. Christina, one thing you can, I think Falcro said it the other day. You got to watch out for some people who call themselves friends, because your friends will always tell you the truth. Well, Christina would probably be my friend because she will tell you the truth, especially if it hurts. And that's why we love her. But, so, I got this Les Paul here. It's a studio. And let's see how I'm going to put this, but I went on to, hey, Scum, or Anti, man, I'm going to tell y'all what, if y'all want to see some wild shit, go see Scum TV late at night. It is off the hook. But let's just say I went on to an auction and I lowballed some things that eh, let's just say I lowballed an item, and I won a pretty expensive item for $100. And then I went on to Craigslist, and this guy was like, "Hey man, I don't need money, but I'm looking to trade for this certain item, a Gibson Les Paul Studio." And man, I was so on it. I was so on it. And he really stuck it to me because he said, "Hey man, I'll tell you what, you're gonna have to give me $50 with the certain item that I got." And so I've got $150 into this Gibson Les Paul Studio, but some people like this and some people may be against it. But you see, it has the EMGs in it. Not one of the best. I'm not one of the biggest fans of active pickups, but this guitar screams. But once again, it's a little heavy. Let's see. And it is a case queen. I don't. The Kramer I was showing you earlier, it hardly ever comes out of its case because I'm like, someone bought this Kramer back in the 80s and put it into this case, probably played it 3 times and was like, "I'm going to be Eddie Van Halen." They turned out not to be Eddie Van Halen. They left it in the case. And the guy told me that the person that owned it had passed and it was in a storage shed the whole time. And so he said, when you get this thing, it's probably been out of its case 4 or 5 times. Like I said, I think I paid $75 for it. And then, now Falcro will probably dig stuff like this. So now I'm going back a little bit. Back in 2000, I have a BC Rich Gunslinger, and I bought it without the neck. So I was like, "Hey man, I'm going to buy this BC Rich for $50, and take the neck off of it and put it on the other neck." Well, I got it in, and the neck did not fit. Fast forward to 2020, and the virus is happening, and I got nothing to do. I'm sitting around, and the reason why I got this guitar so cheap is one of the horns were sawed off of it, and it was really in bad shape. And but I had nothing but time, and and I think this is even in some videos, this horn right here is totally sawed off. So the straps usually go up here on these BC Rich Mockingbirds, and the horn kept breaking off and breaking off and breaking off from the strap being too heavy on it. And so my daughter came in and was like, "Hey Dad, why don't you paint that thing chrome?" And she got me some chrome paint. And I was like, "This is never going to work." And I painted it chrome, but then when I put the clear coat on it, it just turned this like space gray color. And what the hell? And when it came out, everybody was like, "Hey, that's pretty cool." And I was like, "Yeah, I meant to do that." But this guitar, all my buddies will tell you, this was totally trashed out. And this is something you don't see every day. This right here, boys and girls, this is a tremolo system called a Kahler. I think they still make them somewhere, somehow, some way. But yeah, I need to get the bar to it. But and I didn't have the pickups to it, so I'm thinking what to do. And so I put these pickups. I don't know if you can see them, but they call them invaders. So I put two invaders in this, and some of the earlier pole vault where you hear the guitar just like it's this one. I really dig this guitar. I don't get it out much because there's the guitar I've been playing for probably 20 years, 25 years. When I'm low on inspiration or I'm like don't know where I'm going, and I think most people that anybody like me that has a bunch of guitars will tell you that they have that one special guitar that just fits them like a glove. And when you find that guitar, you don't let go of it, because I've let go of them before. But I think everyone's probably seen this one on stream a few times. But this one right here has been played by, if they were a famous person, and like I said, I'm not name dropping, but if they were a famous guitarist from the Dallas area in the 80s, and there's still some around, they have at some time put their hands on this thing. Because we used to go to the nightclubs, the metal nightclubs, back when they had them here in Dallas. And we would go there and see the show, drink all night. Then we'd come to this studio, and this was pretty much the house guitar. So if you were like one of the bands and you came over to my house, and what was cool is my house used to be, and I mean this was pre-internet, my house used to be almost a version of like Conspiracy's show or something. It'd be like where musicians would come hang out and party and talk, and they'd be like, hey man, check this out. And musicians that never would have ever played together from different bands would come here because it's 2 o'clock in the morning. The club's shut down. Where are you going? Go over to Pole Vault's house. He's still got the cheap whiskey. And we would party here until the sun would come up. And different bands would sit here and play. I used to have the whole setup going in here. But, like I said, I think some of my streams, I'm going to try to find the right time. I'm sure I'm stepping on someone here. I really don't want to be doing any of that. But I think some of my streams or my live streams will probably consist of, talking about guitars. I will probably be, and I love Valerie and Falcro. I love their format and what they do. I want to keep it simple, communicate with the folks in chat, and just keep it cool. And like I said, I just want to come through and show my estate sale stuff off, and also, I've really been on this kick about trying to get people into music. And there's so much bullshit going on out there, and I feel like music is. I'm gonna tell you right now, music is cheap freaking therapy, and it works way. You can take someone that is having problems or something, and give them a guitar, and take someone that's having problems and send them to a therapy. I think the person that has the guitar is going to come out better in the long run. And that is my opinion. It's like assholes. Everyone has one. Mine probably stinks a little worse than others, but and I do understand that a lot of people do need extra help, and they need help. But like Clay says, and and Falcro can testify. Music is a big help in your life. It is a release. It's something you're making. It's something that you're doing, and like I said, it's always there. I'm gonna tell you, you could go to try to get a hold of try getting a hold of a therapist after someone cut you off in traffic. But guess what? I can turn on my radio. I can go pick up my guitar. I can do all that, and it's music's is always going to be there for you, man. It's always going to be there for you, and then and like I said, with our community is one of the best communities around. If you need help with your music, just know that you can always, if you're seeing me and you need help with your music, all you got to do is say, hey, hello, what do I need to do? And I will hook you up. I mean, will I buy your stuff? No. But will I tell you how to get set up and going? Yeah. Maybe I'll do a show on that. How to stream on a shoestring, how to stream and do music on a shoestring budget. Because I'm telling you, I have seen some people really, really make badass music with way less than what I got. But I'm going to keep going on. And I tell you what, I appreciate all of y'all coming by. And once again, I'm going to try to get this thing set up to where I can stream and get everything all groovy and stuff. But I do appreciate y'all being here, and I'll see y'all out at the shows, at the streams tonight. I'll probably work on not saying too much. And you know, I will tell you this, to anyone that's wondering about if fairies wear boots, I just wanted to show them this. No, help me. That's right. Now, tell them. Fairies wear boots. Hey, y'all be good. I do appreciate y'all showing up, man. Hey, and come see the Fairies Wear Boots stream. Y'all be good now. Let's see. And